Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you. I love doing lives. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I have so many good things to talk with you about today. I'm so excited you're here. But first, I have a question for you guys that I'm going to get to right after I say hello to a few people this morning. Geraldine, hello. Nancy, Paula, hello from Iowa. AMDG in bed with COVID. I'm sorry. Take your vitamin D. Nancy, Paula, my daughter, son-in-law, and grandbaby live in Iowa. Okay, Diana, hi. How are you? I am so glad you're here. We've got lots to talk about. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I hope it was good. And I've got a super big sale, and then I'm going to answer a bunch of your skincare questions. So here's the game, you guys. If you have a skincare question, type it in the chat in all caps so that I know that it's a question and you're not just kind of chatting back and forth with each other. So that will help me understand that that's a question. I'll take any questions today. We're kind of focusing on skincare, but if you have personal questions or other questions, I'm happy to take a look at them and maybe we can get them answered today. But first, I have a question for you guys. It bugs me so much, and I want to find out what the answer is. First of all, I want to apologize for the glasses because I know there's a glare off the glasses. I don't like to wear my glasses when I'm filming, but I put my contacts in this morning, and you know how some days you can see just great with your contacts in, and some days you can't see anything? Well, this was one of those days where I was trying and trying and trying to get my vision to adjust so I could read the chat and read my notes and that sort of thing with just my contacts in. It wasn't happening. Does this happen to you guys? And if it does anybody know why it does? So I finally gave up. I'm wearing my glasses. I apologize for that. I know there's a glare. I'll try to keep my head in a position that it's not too bad. Does anybody know why contacts work some days and some days they don't? Drives me crazy. Anyways, hello, good morning. Brown spots cure. Yes, the Murad. I used a Murad. It's spendy. It's like a brown spot remover, a pigment remover or something. It really, really worked for me. So again, if you have a question over in the chat, put it in all caps and I will be able to see it more clearly. The first thing I want to talk about today is the special sale. And I want to let you guys know that I'm doing this new thing. And the new thing is that there are some companies that I continue to talk about on my channel because I really, really like them. Most of the companies, I've been able to kind of develop a friendship with the owners or whoever it is that generally the owners, because they're smaller companies in general. What I have done is I have worked out deals with the companies that I really love so that I can offer a bigger, better, longer discount than they give to the regular public. And that's what we have today. We have a special discount that's only good for the viewers of Pretty Over 50, and it's good until the end of the year. So it's a really, really good one. And what I'm thinking about doing in 2023 is once a month doing a special Pretty Over 50 viewers only sale that's bigger and longer than the regular discounts. Let me know if you guys would appreciate that. I just think it would be fun because then I could do a live, answer your questions, and tell you about the special sale. It's neat because I've developed relationships with these companies that I can kind of, get something a little bit more than they're going to offer to the general public. And that's one of the things today that we have. And the company is Jupiter, the company that I get my CBD oil from. And I know so many of you are going to be thrilled about this. I love my Jupiter CBD oil, and I'll talk a little bit more about CBD oil in a minute, but I want to tell you about the sale first. I am friends with Tyler and Simon, who are the founders and owners of Jupiter. And they contacted me a few weeks ago and said, hey, we'd like to do a special sale for your viewers because we just have a lot of people on Pretty Over 50 that love Jupiter. They're offering a bigger sale than they offered for Black Friday, which is why I didn't mention them at Black Friday, because the discount they offered for Black Friday wasn't as good as the discount we're going to get. and I'm really excited about it. They are offering 30% off on the entire website to the viewers of Pretty Over 50 till the end of the year, which is awesome. It's so generous and so fun. You need to use the code Pretty Holidays, and all the information is listed in the description box down below. So if you've been thinking about trying CBD oil, this might be a good time. It's a really, really good sale. And I'll tell you about my history with CBD oil. Some of you have heard it before, but I'll tell it to you today. I have been taking CBD oil for a long, long time, probably maybe 5 or 6 years now. And I first started taking it for my hands. What happened is that I was waking up in the morning and I was having to crack my fingers to get them to move. This was concerning to me because back then I was still in my 50s, and I remembered that my mother and my grandmother both had debilitating arthritis when they were much younger than I was. And I was worried that that was happening to me. So I did some research. You guys know I'm not a big Western medicine fan. I don't do drugs. I don't care who's pushing them. And so I looked up some natural remedies for joint issues and found CBD oil. That's when I started taking CBD oil quite a number of years ago and continued doing it. Now, let me tell you one thing about CBD oil. You probably won't ever meet anybody in your life who has tried more CBD oils than I have. I have tested and tried so many CBD oils. Because I was trying to find one for myself that I really liked, they can taste so nasty and they can be very, very inconsistent. Plus, I have a friend who works in the CBD oil industry, and she used to send me products that she wanted me to test and try so I could give her my opinion on, because she was a buyer for a retail outlet. So I have tried a lot of CBD oil products. Now, what is CBD oil and does it get you high? The answer is it's almost the same. Look at, I had Dex in the back room. He got out. He jumps up on the handle and pulls it down. He's going to be in the middle of everything. I'm sorry about that. Back to the CBD oil. No, honey. See, this is what happens when the cat gets out. I have tried so many CBD oils. A lot of them taste really nasty. Does CBD oil get you high? No, it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't at all. It's not the same thing as the stuff we used to smoke in high school. I don't know. Maybe some of you still smoke it now. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, it is really wonderful for a lot of different issues. I use it for joint pain and also to help me sleep at night. Some people use it for anxiety. Some people use it for headaches. It has so many great medicinal uses. And I was so excited when Jupiter contacted me after I tried their product because it's really good. First of all, it's probably the best CBD oil that I've tasted. They can taste so bad. I mean, like really, really bad. You put a little dropper full underneath your tongue. I hold it there for 30 seconds, and that's all it is, and then I just swallow it, and I'm off to bed in a few minutes. If you haven't tried CBD oil and you have anything like joint pains, anxiety, sleep issues, all kinds of uses for CBD oil, and you can definitely research and find it out. I love Jupiter because they're a very, very integrity driven company. They source from a single family farm over on the East Coast. It's all organic, it's sustainably grown, it's just clean, 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 clean. Now, the line itself, there are 3 for humans in the line, and they have 1 for pets called Possum, which I think is really cute. If you have a pet that's anxious or has some kind of issues like that, you might try the Possum formula for them. I keep 2 of them in my little stash. The one that I use every day is called Dreamland, and I take this at night about an hour before I go to bed. I put a little dropper full underneath my tongue. It helps with my joint pain, and it also helps me relax in the evening. The other one I keep on hand is called Reserve. This is the strongest formula from Jupiter. And what I use this for is emergency situations. And what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. I had an injury way back before I moved where I had an incredible damage to my hand. I had puncture wounds all over my hand. I was stressed out. I was in a lot of pain. I took some of this just to bring my anxiety level down and to calm me down a little bit. Then I stuck my hand in front of my red light unit after I'd washed it and cleaned it out really well. So, reserve is what I take when I have a really anxiety driven moment or there's an injury or something. It is a very, very strong formula. And what does it do? It just kind of calms everything down. Is it like smoking pot? No. It's more like chamomile tea on steroids, like that. So you don't have to be worried about any goofiness from these products. It's very, very subtle, very, very relaxing, and this company is very, very good. So again, 30% off only to the viewers of Pretty Over 50 until the end of the year, and you use code Pretty Holidays to get it. If you have any questions about CBD oil, put it over in the chat box and I'll try to catch it as it goes through. So that's the special for today. So excited about that one. The company is just lovely. They're just terrific. I enjoy working with them very, very much. Gosh, I'm so excited to see all of you here. I'm just thrilled about that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start answering questions that came in the comment section from my last couple of lives. And I have them all written out here. If you have any questions again over in the chat, go ahead and put them in all caps, and then I'll be able to catch them hopefully as they go by. Bex from Texas. Hi, Shelly. Hello. Joe Vickers. Hi, Joe. How are you? Sue. Hello. Good morning from Texas. God, we've got Texas in the house this morning. You guys go. All right. The first thing I want to talk about that's on my list is the scam. I've talked about this before. Maybe you've had it happen to you. Underneath the comments on my videos, someone will say, "Hey, it's Kimberly. You won a prize. Contact me over on Telegram, blah, 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 blah." And then they ask for a credit card in order to send you your prize. You guys, that's a scam. And the reason I'm bringing it up today again is because I get at least one or two emails every single day of people saying, "Hey, I heard from you. I want to get my prize." And people are not catching on that it's a scam. Plus, I had someone tell me that someone emailed her, and I don't know how they got her email address. Same thing, picture of me, says Pretty Over 50, you won a prize, give me your credit card number so I can send you all that stuff. You guys, it's a scam. Tell all of your friends, don't fall for it. A couple of people have fallen for it, so just know this is something that's going on YouTube. It's not just my channel, it's all over YouTube. I don't know why YouTube can't seem to manage to figure out how to keep these guys from scamming you guys, but that's just where we're at right now. So don't fall for the scam. It's not me. I don't do things like that. I don't do giveaways. I don't do give me your contact information and credit card number. I don't do that. You guys know that. So that's the first thing on my list. The second thing on my list is I just got this new product in the mail, and it is so very timely. If you saw my video, Is Sunscreen Evil? You'll know that I'm really having an issue with the whole sunscreen industry because so many sunscreens have been pulled off the market for toxic ingredients and cancer-causing ingredients. And I really just kind of got fed up, and I contacted my girlfriend Cindy. She's a biological scientist or something, has a PhD. She's been working in the field for 35 years. I mean, she's just really, really learned. And she and I did a video on the toxicity in sunscreens. And I talked about how I was really very disappointed that the regulatory agencies that we count on to keep us safe aren't doing the job. A lot of them are captured. And I was really concerned about the toxic ingredients in sunscreen. And of course, I'm concerned about the toxic ingredients in everything. It's just so far I've gotten to sunscreen. What my girlfriend Cindy found out is that there literally are no chemical filters for sunscreen that are really safe. They're endocrine disruptors, they have toxic ingredients, cancer-causing ingredients. They're really, really not good for us. She now uses all mineral sunscreen and the ion skin support, which I use too. And I'm going to talk about this in a minute. What happened after I did that video, and thank you guys so much. You were all so open to good new information. That's really, really helpful. And you were so kind and lovely. So thank you for that. What I want to talk about today is dermatology, who I used to love their chemical sunscreen because it played really well under makeup. I don't use it anymore. I'm really backing off on toxic things on my body. They just sent me this new sunscreen and it's called Daydream. This is an all mineral zinc oxide, I'm pretty sure, I can't read it, sunscreen that they say has zero white cast. Now, I haven't used it yet. They just sent this, and I believe I received an email about it as well. They say there's no white cast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test and try this and let you guys know how it is. If it ends up being good, that's a great thing because it's all mineral. In other words, there's not the toxic ingredients in this. So if you want to use sunscreen on your face or you're going to be outside and you feel like you really need it, this might be a good alternative. I've been really, really pleased with the dermatology brand for a long time. They're a really good company. I have high hopes for this, but I'm going to test it and try it and let you guys know if I think it's a good one. All right. The other thing, kind of sunscreen related, is I said in that video with Cindy, the Is Sunscreen Evil video, that I wasn't using sunscreen anymore at all. The reason is that not that I'm going out and baking myself in the sun. I'm not. I do try to get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight on my body every day because studies have shown that it's so very good for you. I mean, Cindy said, and I agree with her, if we could bottle the sun and sell it, we'd make a fortune. But unfortunately, for all the companies that want to make a fortune off of us, the sun is free. At least it is up until this point. They might find a way to charge us for it. The sun is really good for us. It's moderation. I like to get that 15 to 20 minutes every day. And then when I'm out in the sun after that, I like to cover up either with clothing that covers up or I stay in the shade, that sort of thing. What I use now on my skin, both my face, my neck, front, and back, is the ion skin support because what this does is it provides what is needed for your skin so it doesn't ravage your skin in order to have the in order to stave off the damage. So this is a very powerful antioxidant for your skin. This is what I'm using now. And I've had a lot of you ask me, when do I use it? Do I wait until all my serums are on? Do I put it on over my makeup? The answer is I use it first thing on a clean face before I do any of my serums or any makeup because I want that antioxidant interaction with my skin. You need it on your skin, not on top of serums and not on top of makeup. So this is what goes on my skin, front, back, and on my arms. If I'm going to be out, if I know I'm going for like a long walk and I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, I'll put some of this on my arms because it provides, I think it provides that extra ion that your skin is looking for that it will take from you and cause that aging look. I don't understand the science as well as Cindy does. I knew at one point, I don't know anymore. So anyways, ion skin support, I use this first thing on my bare skin. So that's how you use it. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is my device routine. I've had a lot of you say, how often do you use them? When do you use them? Can you use them together? And I've answered this a few times, but I thought I'd go over it again because sometimes it's hard to remember or, you didn't see the video or that sort of thing. So I want to go ahead and talk to you about when I use my devices. The first and foremost one that I use every single day, and hang on, I just saw a question come through. Does IT Cosmetics foundation have bad sunscreen? I don't know. I don't know, Bex. And here's the dilemma with that, and it's what I'm marching into next on my channel. I am interested now in cleaning up my makeup collection and cleaning up my skincare collection, probably pretty much my body lotions and such. It's going to take me a while to do a deep dive and really research what's healthful and what isn't healthful in the makeup products that I've been using and the skincare products I've been using. And it's going to just be a process. It's not something that I think is going to happen overnight. What I have done is I've gone ahead and contacted a lot of the companies that claim they're clean and ask them to send me a selection of their products that I can start trying and testing for makeup looks so that I can switch out things that might be more toxic for things that are either clean or much less toxic. And I'm going to be talking with you guys the whole way through. So if you're interested, you can start cleaning up your skincare and body products along with me. Now, you might be all the way down the road and have already done this years ago, and it's like, man, good for you. That was such a good decision. I'm not there yet. I'm just now starting on that process. So come along with me, and we'll be doing this over the next year. Okay, what about gua sha and your device routine? I will go ahead and address that as well. So, device routine, we're going back to that. The one that I use every single day is my red light device. Absolutely. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you only want one device, if you only feel like you can afford one device or you only want to just deal with one device, absolutely the one that I would recommend hands down is a red light device. I say this all the time. It is so very healthful for you and will do so many wonderful things for your skin. Talk about softening wrinkles, tightening your skin, giving you just such a great healthful 10 minutes in the morning because it helps the body to generate ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is that spark of production in your body for all the healing and all the growth and all the improvement in your skin and in your health. Excuse me. I guess I didn't talk about that before I started this morning. It is really so very good for you. And here's a little tip that I got from one of you guys. I haven't done it yet, but I want to let you know about if you have a red light panel. I had this one gal, she emailed me and she says, I do 10 minutes on my face and the front of my body. And the way that I do it, I have the really long panel. It's the 750 Pro. It goes from the top of my head down to my waist. And I sit in front of it bare skinned. So I'm getting it not only on my face and on my neck, but down the whole front of my body. What she said she does is she does 10 minutes on the front, turns around, and does 10 minutes on the back. And she said that it has done amazing things to firm the back of her arms. It's like, why didn't I think about that? I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Have I done it yet? No, because I've been super busy. I've got to focus on doing that. But she did say it really firmed up. You know, that wobbly thing? I have it on my arms. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. She said it really helped to firm the backs of her arms. So if you have a red light panel, you might want to give that a try. It absolutely couldn't hurt. And it might just do a great job on kind of firming up that article. So I just read an article about a woman in Minnesota that lost eyesight due to high levels of mercury in skin lightening cream. Apparently we need to watch out for mercury now too. Yeah, see, that's the dilemma. And one thing that I learned from Cindy, we think the FDA is there to really test and try products to make sure that they're healthful and to review them. They don't. I don't know what they do, but they don't. They only will pull products off the market when there's been lawsuits or somebody that comes up and says, hey, I've now got ovarian cancer from this product I was using. They're an after the fact agency, and barely that. Cindy told me, and it's like she really knows it. She's been in this industry for 35, 40 years. We really have to be our own advocates. We think these agencies are working to keep clean products on the market. They're really not. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're definitely not testing and trying products and reviewing them for toxic ingredients. Apparently, there's a list that is clean products and toxic products, but the list is old. It's really out of date. Is red light good for bruises? Red light is good for almost everything. Honestly, I think you could put it in your kitchen, and it would do your dishes. I mean, it is amazing. And Mito, the company that I really like, now has a waist unit. And it's kind of like, you've seen those little things that people put on their backs to support their backs when they're lifting something heavy. It looks like one of those. And I think what it is for is people that have sciatica issues or back problems. I'm going to test and try one of those and let you guys know, because you can use it. It fits around your body. So you could use it on your thighs, you could use it on an arm or something like that. I'm going to test and try it and let you guys know what my thoughts are on it. Red light is really just so very good for us. That's why I say if you only get one, get a red light unit, because it will make you healthier, which will make your skin look better. So there we have it. So onto my device routine. Red light every day. You might want to try it. Turn around and do the backs of your arms, but keep me posted on how that works for you. The next device is my NIRA. This is what I use for deep creases, like right here. See how that folds over? Used to fold over a lot more. Deep lines in my face. This is what I use. When I first got the NIRA, this is the NIRA. You guys can see it right there. I use this almost every day. I mean, I was on it. And it has done such a great job of softening these lines on my face. And if you want to see before pictures, you can just go over to my channel, type in NIRA in the search box, and the videos that I've done on this will pop up, and you'll be able to see before and after pictures on how much softer these look now. Now, clearly, I still have them. They're just a whole lot better than they were. So I use the NIRA on my nasolabial folds, on my marionette lines, and what I do is I just go boom, 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 right along that deep crease. Now, I literally have a crease in my skin. Maybe you do too in some areas. Some people get creases in their foreheads, some people get creases on the sides of their face. I find this really handy for those creases because it has a very, very targeted laser that comes out. So you literally can just bring it up that line. I also use it on the line on my crow's feet. I have a line. One side I have two lines, one side I have one. I use this almost every day. When I first got it, now I use it 1 to 2 times a week. So 1 to 2 times a week for the NIRA, but in the beginning, I always hit it hard when I get a new device. I used it almost every day. The next device is my MyoLift QT, and I had just did full demonstrations on the NIRA and the MyoLift QT, and the next one as well. They're all over on my channel. I did demonstrations on all of these to show you guys how I use them. This is a microcurrent device. This is like the new face, only it's a whole lot better. I've had two new faces. Now I use this. What I found is that this one lasts longer than the new face. I used to have to use the new face every other day. This one I use 1 or 2 times a week, usually one, just once a week, which is a lot less time than the new face. This little sucker is awesome. You might want to look into it. I have a discount code down below. I have discount codes for all of these, but this one I use 1 to 2 times a week because it ends up staying. Now, what does this do? It lifts the muscles underneath your skin, so it gives you the look of a firmer, tighter face from lifting up the muscles. So this 1 to 2 times a week. And the last one, my Nebulyft. This is a radio frequency device. What does this do? It plumps your skin. I'm going to move up here. Now watch my face. I just turned 66 years old. So I'm 66. Watch my skin. I mean, it bounces back. And I did not have that bouncy skin when I first started my skincare routine. This really plumps up your skin. So firms and tightens and softens wrinkles. So this I use I could use it every day, and if I had more time or if I was more diligent, I would use it every day. I use this one almost every day. Do you need to use it every day? No. Can you use it every day? Uh-huh. And the more you use it, the better things look. One thing to keep in mind with all of these, including a red light, if you don't use it, they don't work. It's a weird thing. And the more you use it, the better things look. It's just like going to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, you're not gonna get, more muscles or more toning. When you do go to the gym, you start getting fitter. When you go to the gym a lot, you start getting really fitter. So, the more you use these, the better they work. That's for sure. Can you overuse any of these? I don't really think so. Once a day would be plenty for all of them. Can you use them every day? Probably, if you had the time. Red light, absolutely every day, but these I use, several times a week. Eyeshadows that glitter have mica in it. Mica is the same stone rock in talcum powder. Bad, bad. And see, here's the thing, and thank you very much, Bex. These are things that we need to be aware of as individuals because I always thought that these products were monitored. They're really not. There are a lot of things that slip through. That's why things get recalled because they're not monitored. And a lot of times we don't find out that they have ill effects until, 500 people have gotten cancer and they can point it right back to the product. So we just need to be a little bit more proactive, which I think is a good thing. Being very, very sovereign in your health is a good thing because when we're really taking a lot of personal responsibility, everything gets better from there. Okay, so I talked about the devices. I had someone say, what do you use for your marionette lines and your nasal labial folds? Here's what I would say. There are a lot of things that are going to help the marionette lines and the nasolabial folds and the lines along the lips. It's really going to depend how deep yours are and how pronounced they are. Now, the red light is going to soften everything on your face because it's going to help your skin generate more collagen and elastin. Keep in mind, ladies, that if you're over 50 like me or 66 like me, we are chugging along on so little collagen and elastin than when we were in our 20s, which shows up on our faces. Why do our faces get more wrinkly as we get older, even if we take care of ourselves? Because your body automatically dials back the amount of collagen and elastin it produces just as a matter of getting older. Plus, when you add in tons of toxins in the environment, and toxins are everywhere. It's in our tap water, it's in the air, it's in the foods that we eat, it's in the products that we put on our face and on our bodies. Toxins are everywhere. Unfortunately, we live in a very, very toxic environment that as we get older, that toxic load becomes greater and greater and greater every year, making it harder and harder and harder for our bodies to keep up. That is why as we get older, then we can't eat this, or we can't eat that, or we can't do this, or we can't do that, because the toxic level in our body gets to a point where our body just can't even keep up. So what do we do with that? We clean up our diets, we start drinking more healthful water. Doing a liver cleanse is crucial because our liver is what is filtering all those toxins out of our body. And imagine, after 66 years, how many toxins have built up in my body, and my poor liver is probably just struggling along. So a good liver cleanse is a very, very helpful thing to do. So we're getting more wrinkles, our collagen and elastin is diminishing over time. Anything that we can do to increase the ATP, like the red light, and generate or stimulate our body to make more collagen and elastin. It's going to help our skin look smoother, tighter, firmer, and better. All these devices that I use stimulate collagen and elastin production. Now, this does as well, although its primary function is to lift the muscles under the skin. Well, it's also stimulating collagen and elastin production in my skin. So all of these have a participatory role in firming and tightening our skin. I have been asked, can you use these on the backs of your hands, down your neck, that sort of thing? What I would suggest is that you look on the website of each particular device. I know this particular device, the Nebulyft, is specifically designed for the fat layer that you have on your face. In other words, it is targeted to go through a particular amount of fat that you have on your face that, for instance, you wouldn't have on the backs of your hands. I had someone say, can you use this on the back of your hand? And I did ask the owner of the company, and his answer was, you probably could. He just wasn't sure what the results would be because the fat that we have on the backs of our hands is much, much thinner and almost non-existent to compare to the fat that we have on our face. So you definitely could try it. I just don't know what kind of results you would get from using this on the back of your hand. But if you do it and you get results, let us know because we can learn from you. Okay, question. Do you take collagen supplements? You know what? That is such a timely question. And the answer is I am not taking collagen supplements at this time. However, once the new year rolls around and we're over with the whole holiday thing, I am going to test and try taking the Vital, I think it's the Vital Proteins collagen supplement that everybody is all, goofy about. They love it. I am going to take it for 90 days and let you guys know what happens. I have watched a lot of videos and done a lot of reading on collagen supplements, and consistently across the board, what I read is that greater hair growth, greater nail growth, just a lot of good things. My dilemma is like, gosh, where do I put it in? Because I already take supplements. I already take my ion gut support. I take a lot of things. So when am I going to fit it in? But I am going to do that, and I will give you guys a full report. I imagine that I'm going to see positive results because so many people that I have watched or listened to their story have received positive results. So I'm definitely going to take and give that a try. What do you use for a liver cleanse? There are a lot of liver cleanses out there. There really are. The liver cleanse that I use is from Penny Kelly's book, From the Soil to the Stomach, Getting Well Naturally. Penny Kelly. I did a full video with Penny Kelly on her book, Soil to the Stomach, Getting Well Naturally. That's the title of my, I've versed it. It is a week, I think it's like a 4 or 5 day liver cleanse, and you do certain things. That's the one I did last time. It was pretty powerful. That's probably the one I'm going to do next time. Is that the only liver cleanse out there? No, not at all. There are lots and lots of liver cleanses out there, and you can definitely do a lot of research. I do think if you're going to do a liver cleanse is very, very critical because our liver is the poor little soul that is really working through all those toxic ingredients. I don't think livers were made to put up with all the toxins in our environment. So giving your liver loving care is so important. God bless your liver. He's been working overtime. I said, okay, Anna says, I take my collagen into my coffee every morning. Okay, here's my question. Does it affect the taste of your coffee? Because I love the taste of my coffee. I don't know if I want to change the taste of my coffee. Let me know if it affects the taste of your coffee. Let's see. Eliana, do you still use the Ordinary products for your skin routine? Yeah, I use the Ordinary for a whole lot of my skincare routine. And I have done my morning skincare routine several times. I need to do my evening one. I know I haven't done that in a while, and I'll definitely get to that. I do think that if you were to put together a skincare routine with all ordinary products, you would be in good shape. They are such a good product line and they are so affordable that if you just wanted to use the ordinary, you absolutely can do it. I have other things in my routine right now just because I personally like them. But here's a thing to keep in mind when you're putting together any kind of skincare routine, morning or evening. There are an infinite number of skincare routines with different products that would be absolutely fabulous. You really can pick and choose the different products that you think work well for your skin and put together a routine for them. Your body loves it. Your skin loves it when you give it good stuff. So don't worry about doing my routine absolutely or someone else's routine absolutely. If you're just picking and choosing really good skincare products to put on your skin and you're consistent with it over time, you're going to see dramatic results. Now, here is my little 5-minute TED Talk on how to get started with a skincare routine if you're new to skincare or if you just want to refresh things. If you're new to skincare and you've never done skincare before, what I would suggest for the first 4 to 6 weeks is all you do is you wash your face, you use a very, very good moisturizer, and then a couple of times a week, you use a really good exfoliator. I use the one from The Ordinary. It's the BHA AHA exfoliator. It's bright red. It looks like the color of beets. It is such a great exfoliator, and it's so cheap. It's like $6 or $7. A bottle will last you for several months. The reason that I say just exfoliate your skin, wash it, moisturize it, use a mineral-based sunscreen if you want for the first 4 to 6 weeks is because if you haven't done skincare on your skin and you're our age, 50 and above, you're going to have so much build up dead skin cells on your skin that any skincare you put on it is not even going to be able to penetrate. You want to get off all those old dead skin cells first, bring it down to new fresh skin, and then start applying your vitamin A, your vitamin B, your vitamin C, and then your other ingredients that you want to add to your skin once you have that clean, fresh skin exposed. I did it exactly wrong when I started my skincare routine at the beginning of my channel. I just bought a whole lot of stuff and started slapping it on my face. Not the way to do it. Waste of time, waste of money because I had so much dead, ruddy skin built up on my face because I'd never done skincare. And if you want to see what my skin looked like at the beginning of my skincare routine over 3 years ago now, go over to my channel, scroll all the way down, and look at my first few videos. You're going to see my face looks so very different. The tone and texture and brightness of my face was not there at all. It was old, ruddy, dead skin cells all built up. In addition, you will notice that my face now has more of a heart shape to it. When you look at my very first videos, it's very square, kind of like this, because my skin was very saggy. Well, my skin is not perfectly taut now. It has some aging sagging, but it was a lot more then. You really can impact the firmness and tightness of your skin with a good skincare routine. And you don't have to get devices. You can just use affordable skincare and you're going to see a big improvement. But definitely, if you're only starting or if you feel like you haven't really exfoliated your skin in a while, do that. Just focus on that for a few weeks and you're going to see a magical transformation because you're going to get off all those old dead skin cells. Your body's going to create new, fresh skin. It's going to look wonderful and dewy and glowy and just so much better. So, whatever skincare routine you put together, make sure you have clean, fresh skin available to absorb those ingredients because it's just going to be a waste of time and money if you don't. It's just going to get on that old dead skin. It's going to look ready and nothing's going to work out. So that's my tip for the day on good skincare. All right. There's one question here. It says, this is from an older video. What is better about the QT? I already have the MyoLift Mini and the gloves. Just curious. Now, this is the MyoLift QT. I used to use the MyoLift Mini, which is kind of that little box thing, and you use it with gloves. You wet the gloves and you plug it into the thing and you use it over your face. The difference is that this is just easier. Should you buy this if you already have the MyoLift Mini? Not in my opinion. It'd be a waste of money. I mean, and they're just as effective, both of them. One's just easier. If I was to say which one should you buy, the MyoLift Mini or the QT, I'm kind of, well, I don't think I'm lazy. I just like things to be easier. This is easier than the MyoLift Mini. I had the MyoLift Mini. This is easier. It's really easy to, work over your skin. Plus, you can plug in all the different attachments, the eye and the lip thing, and you could sit there and just, do nothing, watch a YouTube video while you have those on your face, not do anything. This is just very, very handy and easy to use. Now, here's what I say all the time about all of these. Do you need them? No. Nobody needs these. What do we need? We need food, water, sunshine, love. That's what we need. The only thing that these do is, enhance your skin. If your skin is not enhanced, is it going to change your life forever? No. These are things to get if you can afford them and if you have the time to do them. There are specialized devices that do particular things. Are they going to impact our happiness? No, but they will impact your skin. So that is my position on skincare devices. However, I can say that a red light panel, so good for your health, really so very good for your health. So let me see. I think that's what I had to talk about today. Does anybody else have any more concerns? Okay, Karen is right. You must be consistent with skincare. That's the most important. Here's what I've learned about skincare. In the beginning, I go hard on it because it's like going to the gym. When you've not worked out, when you haven't lifted weights, when your body is soft and you don't have good muscle tone, going to the gym frequently and really hitting it hard is going to get you off to the races much quicker than a slow start. Because I've been doing my skincare for over 3 years now and I've been very, very consistent, if I go on a 3 or 4 day trip and I don't take any of my devices, it's not going to hurt anything because I've had a consistent use of good skincare for a few years now. Once you get a good base down, what your skin is moist and hydrated, and it's accepting all the good products you're putting on it, you've been using your devices or your red light, you're going to find that you don't have to hit it quite as hard. You can, skip it a couple of days, which I do from time to time. Sometimes I get too tired and I don't do my evening skincare before I go to bed. I might slap a moisturizer on and just go to bed. I'm like, I just don't even want to deal with it. It's not a problem because I have a good foundation. So you want to work and get that good foundation, and then you can be a little bit more fluid with it. You don't have to be so rigorous. But definitely in the beginning, I always go hard. Okay, so Julie Ann has, what was that neck cream you recommended before? That is the City Beauty Invisicrepe Body Balm. Now, that's what I use on my neck all the time. My neck does not look great. I'm 66. It looks a lot better than it did when I first started. And you can go back to the beginning of my channel and see my neck was much looser, much more wobbly. I mean, it doesn't look great now, but it looks better, and I'll take better at this age. That's for doggone sure. Okay, I think that's it for today. Don't forget about the Jupiter CBD oil. Now, Tyler, or Simon, who put this together, Simon and Tyler that run this company, this sale is good through the end of the year, which is so generous. So it's going to go all month long, 30% off on anything on their website. If you have a pet with anxiety issues, I know my daughter uses the possum, which is from Jupiter, for her cat. Her cat's a little tense. It's one of those shelter cats that never quite got over being here on Earth. It's just scared to death all the time. So she uses possum for her cats. This is the Reserve. This is a very, very strong CBD oil. I use this for emergencies. This is Dreamland. There's um, two levels of Dreamland. I use the highest one. So whatever that is, I can't read it. The writing is so tiny on this. I don't know who can read that. So I use the Dreamland every night before I go to bed. This is the Reserve. They also have the Oasis, which is really formulated for anxiety. So if you have anxiety issues, depression issues, that sort of thing, you might look into the Oasis. It's really a good one. 30% off until the end of the year with the code Pretty Holidays. It's all in the description box down below. Well, I think that's it for me today. Thank you guys. You know, I love doing this. I feel like I'm hanging out with you because I get to read your comments. And here's a little true fact. When I am done with my lives, I go back and I read every single one of the chats because I want to know what you guys were talking about over there. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. You know, it just means the world to me. I've got a fun new video coming out this Sunday. I hope you'll join me for that one. Other than that, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.